A guy who can never give us too much information is retired Army Major General Paul Vallely. He returns to continue the conversation about what's going on in the Middle East. I think the generals are calling for in this battle against ISIS in Khorasan.
Well, I am not sure exactly what type of frequency of airstrikes and the input of troops to support those airstrikes over there against ISIS. So I'm not sure where they're coming from. They're not too open in the Pentagon in divulging that, which is good. But certainly, JD, as you remember, I mean, weeks ago when we covered this and we analyzed it at that time, we could see what a paltry and what an ineffective air campaign was being conducted there, and that it needed to be ramped up along with the implementation of air-ground operations over there to make sure that targets in Syria and in northern Iraq were taken out. Now we see a further entrenchment of ISIS outside of Baghdad and down along the Jordanian border. So they're becoming more effective. And we analyzed that at the time, as you remember.
And as we remember what you had to say back then, let me look ahead right now to what's going on, the battle for Kobani. Apparently, we've committed Apache helicopters to that fight. That would suggest they come in for close ground support. What do you think we're doing tactically there in Kobani?
Well, I got that report also that the Apaches were brought in air-ground operations with the rockets and missiles and the machine guns they have on board there. But certainly, hopefully we have spotters on the ground and would be working with spotters from the Free Syrian Army there. I've been in that area, JD, several times over the last 2 years, so I know that Kobani area very, very well in regards to where the action's going on in southern Turkey and northern Syria there. But certainly we don't have a full effort there to win and achieve victory.
And on that topic, Paul, we don't have a full effort there to win. Is that why this entire operation has not been given a formal name by the Pentagon and by the President?
Oh, I think so. And as you had the General Hayden on yesterday, names are very important to the military so they can focus on the mission and on achieving victory. And as General MacArthur said, there's no substitute for victory when you go to war. And we can't keep putting our armed forces in harm's way unless we have victory as an end game.
And finally, Paul, I need to ask you about this. The Jerusalem Post is reporting that there was an explosion in Iran at a military facility long believed to be a place where nuclear weapons are being manufactured. Israeli intelligence say they have reliable information that shows this is the second such explosion recently. What should we make of that? Iranian accident or Israeli undercover operation?
Well, it could be either. Of course, Mossad and the Israelis aren't going to divulge that, which they should not. But the Israelis are conducting internal operations over there, which they should be doing with good intelligence and targeting. Stuxnet, as you remember, was an Israeli type of action over there, which shut down their computers. So this is ongoing. I don't have enough information, JD, as to whether it was an accident or whether it was an Israeli type of action or covert action over there.
But we know when we need more information, and you have it, you will have it for us. Major General Paul Vallely, U.S. Army retired. We thank you for your time, sir, and your analysis. And right after this.